Welcome back to McRaeathon 2024. It is day 2 of our event here, which we are hosting both on the McRaeathon channel and the BSG channel. We would like to thank them very quickly for hosting us. Through the power of the internet, we are bringing you 2 full days of goodness from the comfort of our homes to your homes. Up now, we have Ventillo with Super Woden GP2, Alon with Shoto on comms. So, folks, I'll let you get started though.
Hello, I'm Ventillo. I'm gonna run today Super Woden GP2 all rally championships today. And I'm with Chotu, who's gonna commentate the run. Hi Chotu.
Hey, that's me. I'm gonna commentate.
So we're gonna start with this car. So we're gonna use 5 different cars in this championship, in this speedrun. And the first event is gonna be on Kenya, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Get ready. 3.
So this car is called in game the Alia Dancer. It's basically a ripoff of the Lancia Beta.
Very long left.
I'm not wrong. And it was actually a car that was added in an update, and that was literally like completely overpowered.
Attention, jump.
I
But as you can see, the
still is.
camera, is
Medium right.
is quite iconic. Like if you saw the Shoto's runs on McRaeathon the previous years, you will recognize that.
Easy left. Easy right.
Yeah, because this is the second game, or should I say, the sequel of it. I ran with Jikusek. It was a race. The Super 1 GP 1. This is 2, which I think improved in every aspect of the previous game.
Yeah, I personally think I only played like an hour and a bit of the first one, but the controls and the camera were very bad in my opinion.
Medium right.
Like
Oh,
it's
really?
basically it's shaking so much.
Easy right.
There is so much screen shake on the first one. I think
Very
like the
long
camera is
left.
much smoother this time.
Okay.
Easy left.
So see, improvement.
Yeah. And also it has
Also-
much more cars. Like on release this game had 186 vehicles.
Easy
And
left.
currently it has 194.
Medium left. Medium right.
Yeah. So this game introduces some new stuff, new mechanics like elevation changes. Here and there you can see some bumps and jumps. Later on we're gonna see bigger ones, so keep an eye out on them.
And you're already done with the first one. Oops.
The first game was completely flat,
Get ready.
and here we
Yeah,
got some banking and stuff.
Go. Very long left.
So
Also,
it's nice
now
to
we are
see
on
that
the-
developer adds stuff up to
Yes.
his game.
Medium right.
The elevation changes can be actually a bit tricky to. They make the game a lot more difficult
From the left.
Hmm
because you can sometimes it's hard to anticipate them. And now we are on Spain, by the way. So the second rally.
Medium left.
So the first few championships have only 2 stages, but it's gonna have more later. Basically, in total, there are 62 stages in total. We have already done 2, and we're on the third one.
Attention.
And out
Yeah,
of those,
when no 69.
Attention, jump.
yeah, unfortunately,
Very long left.
yeah. I in my submission, I think I typed 68 for some reason. I don't know how I calculated 68.
Ha, so you lied. Nice.
Yeah, I mean that's good because that's a pretty low category. So let's release it better.
Yeah, nobody's gonna check that.
Because compared to yeah, but I do. Compared to the first Super Woden GP, that's actually a lot longer. Because the first one it had like it was around 20 minutes, I
Easy
think,
right.
Yeah, it was 20.
Easy right.
and this one is over an hour and 20 minutes. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the main reason being that these are real championships and not just stages.
This stage is probably the one that I hate the most in the game,
Hard left.
because it has some really bad. Oh, this one, for example.
Danger. Medium left. Medium right. Medium left.
And the last chicane is probably the worst turn of the game in my opinion. Because like you see, you have those arrows telling you, and the commentator, you have a
Pilot.
one telling you the turns, and I actually took that pretty well. And so this arrow was pretty early on that chicane, so that's why I got like it a lot. Because it's hard to anticipate. So here's Spain done. And now we move on to Sweden.
Sweden, Ferrod.
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Ferrod reference in Super Woden GP, no way.
So also, like here I press up arrow to show the in-game leaderboards. So each track and race in this game has a leaderboard, a lap time leaderboard, and everyone is ranked in the leaderboard. As you can see on this one, I'm first.
Easy left. Danger from the right.
Yeah, like in most tracks in the game.
Yes, I'm actually first in most tracks in the game. But that's probably because of car choice, to be honest.
Easy right.
Not many people use the best cars.
Attention jump.
Yeah. Not many
Very
people
long left.
grind with upgrades
so,
and stuff.
Like the game came out on November 10th, 2023, and I already have over 200 hours in the game.
Finish.
So you can tell I grinded.
Get ready.
Yeah, you also did out of testing
1.
with
Yes. Like I.
how many cars out of how many on
For now I'm at around 140, but like basically what I'm doing currently is that I'm working on
Medium right.
some kind of lap testing, like they do in for example Top Gear, where they take it's instead of the stick it's just me, but I just
Medium left.
take a track, the same track for every car, which is in the these game versions of Renzach,
Hard right.
and I do 10 laps around it with each car to see what's the best one
Hard right.
in as many situations as possible. So I drove them all stock and all fully upgraded. I need to switch cars here, so yeah.
the first car switch.
Yeah, and we're gonna move to another Lancia beta that has a different set of upgrades. Because this car is so broken that it's just fast everywhere. And in the next series, it's gonna be another car, but this one is actually the second best. That's how powerful it is.
Very long right.
But
How do
then
they compare with
after
the
that
performance
it's
points?
there is no performance points actually in this game.
Hard left.
It's
Really?
only
Oh.
horsepower.
Right.
It's all horsepower. Yeah, in the
Okay.
first Super Woden there was performance points, but
Jump.
here it's only
Okay.
horsepower.
Easy right. Easy
So is this a lot faster?
This one, like it has 2 engine upgrades compared to the previous one, which had no engine upgrades.
Easy right.
So basically, the upgrade system works that like you have 6 types of upgrades. You have engine, which is probably the most important. You have a gearbox, which is actually rarely useful because most of the cars don't reach the claimed top speed of the gearbox. But sometimes it can be useful for some cars.
Yeah, just some gearbox upgrades are very optimistic.
Yeah, like for example, there is the Nanwolf Bravery, which is basically a Caterham something. And this one, it's like 130 horsepower. It has a top speed of, in practice, around 160 kilometers per hour. But the gearbox, you can upgrade it to 260, but you cannot reach that.
Danger from
You
the
can
left.
just not reach 260 kilometers per hour.
Easy right.
even on like the longest straight.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the horsepower for that.
Easy left.
That's my.
You-
I
then
mean,
you have the
if
tire
the
upgrade.
wind blows at your back
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
even
going
with wind.
downhill, maybe.
Even with wind and downhill, I doubt.
Hard ride.
But yeah, then you have tires upgrade, which are actually pretty important because it's greatly improve the grip of the cars. Then you have chassis upgrade, which is very specific because it's in this game you have a damage system, so your car can have a health bar. In rally, it's disabled by default, so you can't really wreck your car in rally.
You got health bar on the
Yeah.
right bottom corner.
Yeah, it's the
green bars.
10 dots on the right of the speedometer, the 10 green dots. And when you go under 25%, it can
Medium left.
it regenerates slowly,
Hard ride.
but over 25% you don't regenerate your health bar.
Very long left.
And in other categories, you use that to your advantage.
Yeah, in some categories you can use the damage as your advantage. Yeah.
Hard ride.
Because in some in the championships, so in any percent, 100% and those kind of events, sometimes I rerouted the things to have a car that is that actually has less health because it's quicker to wreck. Because wrecking your car is the only way to skip races in a championship.
Easy ride.
And sometimes you just have so many points that you can afford to finish last in the championship.
Attention.
So that's an interesting strategy.
Easy left. Hard left.
And my car choice in the routing is greatly influenced by
Very long
that. At least for the championships that have skips.
Easy ride.
And it's actually a different car
Easy ride.
in any percent and 100%, and like I don't, according to the category, I don't always have the same car. And here we have a prize car, the Cinder Vermac, which is an Opel something.
Opel Manta or something? I don't know.
Yes, Manta.
Get ready.
And now we switch to the 205, the Peugeot 205, which we're gonna keep for quite a while. For the 300 series, it's the fastest car for the 300 series
Easy left.
from my lab testing. And my lab testing is a bit not that accurate for rally because like some cars might be better for dirt or stuff like that. But it's still accurate enough.
Easy ride. Easy left.
And the reason why I do Brands Hatch for
Easy left.
the lab testing is because
Danger from the right.
it's quite an easy track to get consistent on compared to others.
Easy ride.
You don't have much failing points. Like for example, there is a reproduction of Mazda Laguna Seca in this game, but
Very long left.
it's a hard track because you have the corkscrew. You have also Suzuka, but this one is way too long.
Finish.
What do you mean by bronze hatch? It's of course a limestone hatch.
Yes, true, and it's not Suzuka. It's Natsuko
Totally not.
Circuit.
No.
You're right. And Laguna Seca is I don't even know how to pronounce the name of the Laguna Seca in this game, so I'm not gonna try.
Easy ride.
But yeah, it has fictional names because no
Easy
licensing.
ride. Very long left.
Yeah, of course.
But
But if you
the
don't
tracks
like
that
the
are the tracks that are inspired by real tracks are by far the best in my opinion, because the fictional tracks that are the layout has been created by the developer, they are pretty bad in my opinion.
Hard left.
They are full of pretty weird chicanes, and chicanes in this game are generally not the best. I mean, especially when you have like 2 chicanes in a row. They can be hard to anticipate.
Danger. Hard left.
Like this one, for example.
Hard left.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's decent.
Finish.
Yeah, I'm playing on easy difficulty, so the time goals are pretty easy to get. Also, here is the first track that we... Oh no, it's not the first actually, I forgot that we did that earlier. But yeah, it's some... I forgot to mention it when we did that in Sweden, but some tracks have a shortcut.
Medium left.
I was surprised he didn't take the shortcut in Kenya.
Yeah,
Did you do it on
in
purpose?
Kenya the shortcut is actually slower in the junior series. Because the cars are very slow
Attention jump.
and so they lose way too much speed on that dirt. While the faster cars they arrive with a lot more speed, so they don't lose as much.
Very long left.
Okay,
And
yeah,
it's
that makes
faster.
sense.
With, for example, this car, it's faster.
Medium right. Danger.
Yeah,
By the
it's
way, I'm on
fast enough.
Spain. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I forgot that in the 300 series it's inverted between Spain and Kenya compared to the junior series. For some reason they inverted them.
Attention jump. Danger from the left. Danger from the right.
Shortcuts are also the new thing in this game. In the first one, there were none.
Oh,
Maybe except
really?
for one, but it
Yeah,
wasn't intentional, I think.
there were not a lot, but there were a few.
Medium right.
I think there were like 2 maybe that I remember.
Finish.
Yeah,
Seeing
1 or
from
2.
your run. 1 only? Oh really? Thought there was 2.
I think it depends if you're gonna count 1 shortcut in Sweden, and 2 if you're gonna count 1 on a track that was later on added with an update.
Okay.
Easy right. Hard right. Don't cut. Easy left.
This is, I think, the longest rally track. In the longest stages.
Easy left.
The longest stage, sorry.
Yeah, nearly 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
according
more
to
like
the gold time.
140.
Hard
But
right.
yeah, the time goes are about 2 minutes.
Easy right. Hard left.
Is the USA Pikes Peak longer?
Yeah,
Or no?
yeah. The Pikes Peak is a bit longer. It's around 155.
Okay.
Medium left. Medium right.
So that's gonna be the last.
Medium right.
The last rally is gonna be USA Hill Climb, which is basically Pikes Peak.
Medium right.
Pikes Peak, but different and shorter.
Left.
Pikes Peak.
Easy right.
Yeah, Pikes Peakant.
Easy left.
Also
And,
another Colin McRae reference.
Danger.
Pikes Peak was in Colin 3 and probably later games too.
Easy right. Easy right.
Also the Peugeot 205 was in, for example, Colin McRae 2.0 as a bonus car.
Easy left.
Yeah, this car, from my testing, it's the best one. The other one, the second best was the Alia Dancer, and then you have
Finish.
2 cars that are very close together, which is the Lancelot and the Soma, which are the respectively the Mitsubishi Lancer Revolution and the Mitsubi. And I've seen
Nice.
some people getting some pretty good times with these game versions of the Stratos.
Folks, do you mind if I jump in for a quick second here?
Yep.
We have just got an anonymous €10 donation here, which has now just made the total reach €262, which is now matched. I believe it was 2023's record, which is the current highest record for
Nice.
McRaeathon.
Easy right.
So thank you everyone who's donated so far. Let's now, I guess, try and reach for €300. We still have a few runs coming up, so we have plenty of time if you still want to get your donations in. If you want, you can do !donate, or you can use the little, I don't know what you call them, little things underneath the stream to click as well if you're unable to type as well. But thank you, just back to you now.
Easy right. Easy left.
Nice, let's get that 300.
Medium
So as you saw during the little break for the donation, I took the Kenya shortcut this time.
right.
Mhm.
the shortcut on the first Kenya stage.
Easy left.
Because in this car, as I said, it's faster. So in this run I'm only showcasing rally events, but as mentioned there are other events in this game. There are endurance races, for example. There are different championships. There are some kind of random races like what you could see in Gran Turismo, like Sunday Cup style of races, where you have to use like slower production cars. Basically this game, I didn't mention the progression, but like basically you're dropped with 15,000 credits at the start and you have to buy a car. And any car is, almost every car in the game is unlocked from the start, except the price cars.
Medium right.
And some price cars you can buy them, but
Attention.
some are locked. So if, I'm thinking for example of the Aria Cardellino, which is the Auto Bianchi, it's an Auto Bianchi rally car. That one is locked at the start, it's a price car, because it's actually an overpowered car, like it's very cheap.
Easy right.
But it's the best rally car, it's one of the best rally cars for the start of the game.
Easy right. Danger. Easy left. Easy right.
Like it used to be the king before the Alia Dancer was added.
Medium left.
And then after the Alia Cardellino there was also the Cinder 20.4 that was added, which is a BMW, an old BMW rally car. Can't remember quite the name exactly. Which was a bit like the Cardellino in terms of performance, but it was more it was better for track racing than the Cardellino, while the Cardellino was better at rallying.
Danger from the left. Hard left.
And then you got the Dancer, obviously the Lancia Beta they used earlier, which was much better.
Danger from the left. Easy right.
Yeah, I remember when I first launched the game and I saw, oh, I got 15k to spend. Let's see what goofy cars can we buy. So I got some Renault Kangoo or something. It was some transport van.
Kangoo, oh yeah, I know what you mean. It
It's
was
so
probably
bad.
like the
I was not able to
Citroën
do anything.
C15.
Oh yeah, that.
Or one of that. It was the Milan M51 or something like that.
I was not able to win anything
Yeah,
and not get money, so I thought, oh, did I just softlock myself within first 5 minutes of the game?
yeah, that's one of the worst vehicles in the game. Also, we got the Brusak, which I have no idea. No, wrong one. Which I have no idea what it is. Yeah, I think it's the Brusak concept that we got as prize.
That apparently is a 1970 Mercedes-Benz C111.
Okay,
Very long.
that's a car that I didn't know. You got some cars that you don't know in this game.
Easy right.
Yeah,
That
it's
normal
cool.
brain knows about.
Danger from the left.
That's kind of something that I like. Like I had no idea about the Opel Manta, for example, before I played this game. I didn't know what it was. Never saw that car before.
Yeah, that kind of games that
And
introduce
yet,
you to
yet
new
when I bought
models
that,
is
I
awesome.
remember buying that car, the Opel Manta, and it literally saved my casual playthrough.
Attention jump. Very
Because
long.
I was struggling quite a bit. Because this game is kind of hard to play casually.
Easy left. Easy
Especially when you buy the wrong cars and stuff. You're kind of
Mhm.
you're kind of down to
Finish.
if you buy the wrong stuff, you have to figure out stuff yourself.
yeah, or you're forced to grind the old events to
Yes,
get more money.
I did that quite a few times. But luckily, if
Yeah,
you
that's why you got 6 million in your wallet.
Easy right. Medium left.
medium
drive.
yeah, no, that's not because of that.
Easy right.
Uh,
Danger.
yeah, to buy all the cars in the game, I used I grinded with some software.
Hard right.
See what I mean? But yeah.
Ah, okay.
Hard right.
And then I sold all the cars, which gave me back the money. Oh, that was actually a gold split. Surprisingly.
Let's go.
First gold split of the run.
Get ready.
My
How does
PB
it
was
compare to your
insane.
PB?
Yeah, I'm comparing to PB.
Yeah, but
Oh
how
yeah,
is it?
I'm plus 15.
Danger from the
Yeah.
left.
Okay, not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Easy right. Very long left.
So yeah, now we are discovering
Hard left.
more tracks than before. Like this track wasn't here in Sweden in the junior series.
Hard right. Easy left.
This is a track that I kind of like a
Medium
lot,
left.
even though it's like the end is a bit tricky because there is a jump that is kind of hard to anticipate.
Long right. Don't count.
But once you know how to take it, like here there is a jump here, but you need to go on the inside and you're fine.
Danger from the left. Hard
The thing with elevation changes here is
Yeah.
that it's sometimes hard to see them,
Easy
so you
right.
kind of have to memorize the track
Another gold.
if you want a top time.
Another gold, but I didn't get world record, surprisingly.
Get ready.
I don't know what was the world record. But yeah, this is not unlikely that I get some world records
Medium
in this
right.
run.
Easy left.
Because in my PB, for example, I got quite a few world records.
Hard left.
Oops.
Medium left. Easy right.
This track is also one of the hardest ones.
Hard right.
It very much reminds me of one Spain stage that was in the first game.
Easy left.
It starts pretty much the same, but on tarmac.
Hard right. Easy left.
Okay, it was not a good start, but I'll take
Hard
it.
left.
Okay, you have another shortcut. There is a bug in this game, unfortunately.
Easy right.
If you take a shortcut and if you crash further on the track, so you have a reset button. But if you take a shortcut in a track, then it breaks the reset feature. And if you use the reset button anywhere on the track after the shortcut, it will respawn you before the shortcut.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
This killed many runs already. No, it actually killed like 2 runs, I think. Maybe 3. It's
Well,
not
if you had to
many.
reset, they were not the run.
Easy left.
Yeah, true.
Finish.
I mean,
Also, what
it's
what
not.
was our deal? That if you go underestimate, I'm gonna run this, or what was the deal?
If I PB, I think.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, Finland. This time there is only 3 stages on Finland.
Get ready.
The prize card that I just got was the Milan Cloud Kit car, which is a Clio, first gen Clio,
Medium left.
Don't count.
and it's actually a pretty
Leo
competitive.
Williams.
Yeah, Clio Williams. Right.
Easy
So
right.
it's actually a pretty good car for the Junior Series Championship, the one that has a 250 horsepower limit.
Medium right.
But there are 2 cars that are better
Right.
than this, which is the Elia Dancer and the Nissan Silvia,
Easy right.
called the Shukufuku in the game.
Medium left.
With me.
Medium right. Attention
But
jump.
yeah,
Easy left.
it's not a bad
Easy
car.
right. Attention jump.
But most
Yeah,
of the
this minimap looks like Spa.
Finish.
Oh yeah, kinda.
Get ready. 3.
So here yet another stage that is actually a bit. It has a lot of potential for optimization, I think.
Hard left. Don't count.
So I think it gets slowed down a bit by the
Easy right.
water,
Very long left.
more water
Medium right. Don't count.
patches.
Water puddles.
Puddles, yeah. That was the word that I was looking for. Yeah, you get slowed down.
I
a
know
bit.
that word only from Forza Motorsport.
Easy right. Danger. Medium right.
Okay, here you have the S-turns that are a bit complicated to take well, but I did pretty well. Here.
Nice.
Now you have a little chicane, you have to avoid the rock.
Medium right. Easy left. Medium left.
Don't cut.
Hard right.
So obviously this game has, as I said, has almost 200 cars, and like it has some production cars, some rally cars, as you see. It has many.
Get ready.
The class where I'm in is actually the healthiest class, I think, the best class in my opinion, because the top 5 cars for rally in this class are actually pretty close together. Like it's a few tens only. They are all, almost all within a second within each other in my lap testing.
Okay,
On
so
the
they're
online
evenly
match.
matched.
Easy ride.
Yeah, quite balanced. But it also has quite a lot of race cars, actually. It has, for example, a lot of British Touring Car Championship cars,
Danger from the
which are actually pretty quick
medium
and
left.
pretty fun to drive. It has, I think, DTM cars. It has JGTC cars as well.
Easy left. Medium left.
And it has some prototypes as well in Group C.
Easy ride.
Uh,
Easy left.
Was it Group C? I don't remember if it's that name.
Finish.
It is the name of those cars.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, like it has, for example, the 787B in it. Here you got a Beetle. Anyway.
So how about the most imbalanced class?
The most unbalanced class is probably the DTC championship. Because so first, BTC and JTC championship are all 3 different championships that are in the game. They are inspired by real championships. For example, the BTC one is obviously the BTCC, and so on.
Attention, jump.
And the DTC championship is actually the most unbalanced one. None of those 3 that I mentioned have horsepower limits,
Danger.
but they have a selection of cars that are allowed. And there is one car in the DTC championship that has 3 engine upgrades, which makes it able to have 550 horsepower. And most cars are around 400.
Easy ride.
You can
Yeah,
see.
that's pretty OP.
Yeah. On the
Is
online.
that the Lamborghini?
No, it's the Fulgore. The Sub Fulgore. I don't remember what car it is in real life. I think it's some kind of Mustang, right? Or no?
Sub what?
3, 2,
Fulgore.
The
Fulgore.
V? No.
Very long ride.
Okay, I can find it.
It's an American
And
car.
yes, I'm using the in-game car database.
But yeah, it's a pretty quick car. And the second best is the Calibra, which is like 5 seconds slower on Limestone Hatch. But yeah, actually the Lamborghini that you were mentioning is in the JTC class, and the JTC class is actually pretty good because it's almost tied with the Lambo is almost tied with the Ferrari
Very long ride.
F40. And I actually used the Ferrari F40 with for the All Championships run because it's the fastest car. It's the second fastest car, but it's much quicker to wreck, as I mentioned earlier, than the Lambo. So I can do escape quicker.
Okay, also turns out I did not spell soup correctly.
Oh,
And I found it. You were referencing the 92 Ford Mustang DTM.
okay.
Danger from the right.
I was right this time. Sorry.
Easy left.
Yeah,
It's
the
not the Mustang that
Fox
we all
body
know,
looking thing.
but yeah.
Hard right. Danger. Easy left. Easy right.
Also, cool thing, but also not cool, is that you can use every rally car on a road, road circuit event, but you can't use the road cars made for racetracks on rally.
Get ready.
which is
Yeah, unfortunately,
I mean,
even
understandable,
out-
but
Even in the time trials, you can't use anything other than rally cars on the rally tracks. Even production cars are not allowed, unfortunately.
Medium left. Easy
yeah.
right.
I know they wouldn't be very competitive, but hey, I want freedom.
Hard right.
True.
If I wanna use a Lamborghini Countach on a rally course,
But
let me.
basically, in this game, if you try to use a production car in anything that is made for race or rally cars, you will lose.
Attention, jump.
Yeah.
Hard left. Danger from the left.
Rally cars are very competent for the 200 and 300 horsepower range, and then
Easy right.
then like for example the rally cars that are around 400 horsepower, they are pretty bad for normal races compared to race cars.
Easy left. Medium left. Easy right. Easy right. Easy left.
At least the cool thing is that most production cars also got their racetrack counterparts in the game.
Ready. 3,
Yeah, they have a lot of production cars have a race variant, but there are also a lot of race cars that don't have their road car variant. Unfortunately, like I'm thinking of the NSX, which is one of my favorite car ever, and it has an NSX, but only a race car NSX, which is kind of sad. It has, for example, a McLaren, a racing McLaren, but not a regular McLaren. The F40 that I mentioned, there is the race version, but there is no production version.
Danger. Medium right. Medium left.
This game overall, I think it's lacking of one type of car, and it's the supercars.
Medium
It's the only type of car lacking. You have a lot of like budget cars, you have a lot of rally cars, a lot of pretty good sports car, race cars, a very good selection overall, but for supercars you only have the Dodge Viper,
medium left.
which is called the Sup SX. You have the Countach, called the Alia April in this game. The one that has the race version that we talked about earlier. It is about even with the F40.
And of course, there's Volvo 242.
Danger from the left. Easy right. Very low.
Yeah,
that-
that's the best car in the game.
I called it the supercar. Haha.
Yeah.
Medium right.
There is another supercar which is basically a concept car. That is the Milan Axiom, which is the Peugeot Oxia, which is a car that I didn't know about
Mhm.
before. It's very powerful, but
Easy left. Medium left.
you can't really use it in any race because it has
Long right.
over 600 horsepower. There is no race for such a car except races that use race cars, and this doesn't compete against race cars.
Hard right.
Even on easy, it's actually hard to win races with the Axiom.
Easy right. Easy left. Hard left.
Would you count TVR Cerebra as a supercar?
I would count that as a sports
Easy
car,
right.
to be honest. Like it doesn't, it has like 300 horsepower or something like that.
Hard left. Easy left.
It's not the Speed 12. It's a different
Easy
one.
left.
The Speed 12 would fit great in that game.
Danger. Easy left. Easy right.
Also earlier I was talking about the 787B. It's actually the worst prototype car in the game. Like the World Championship, which is the last championship that you have the credits after it.
Easy right.
Is there are 6 prototype cars. What I would call prototype cars, but like there are cars that are around 800 horsepower, race cars, kind of thing. And you have, like, for example, the McLaren, you have the Toyota GT1, you have the Nissan R390, you have there is a
Easy left.
Porsche 917, I think it is,
Yes, there is.
and that me and Chochu both use in our casual
Medium
playthrough.
left.
And there is the 787B that I mentioned, and the Peugeot 905.
I think I only used that Porsche because I couldn't win with other cars or something.
The Porsche is good because first for the speedrun it's pretty good because it wrecks quickly, and also it has good top speed. So for the 2 tracks in the World Championship,
You
that
did
are
it! You have broken a world record.
Okay, world record, guys. Didn't expect it. But I got a world record in the game. In the middle of a round. Which happens, which I say is not surprising, but I think
No way, no way.
it's fun.
Guys, for such world record, I think that deserves a follow.
Yeah,
Easy left.
and that deserves a donation to mine.
Oh, true, true.
Easy left.
We are currently tied with our all-time best of the McRaeathon event. So you know,
Easy right.
just €1 will put us ahead already.
Medium right.
Exactly. So yeah, what I was saying is that the 787B was the world prototype car, and the best one is actually the 905 and the Toyota GT1, from my testing at least. Because they are very good in turns, but they don't have the best top speed. As I say, the Porsche has the best top speed.
Easy right.
And considering the World Cup, there are like 2 tracks that are very top speed based. It's pretty decent.
Danger.
But like for example, the 787B,
Easy right.
I'll tell you a fun fact. The 787B is has actually a similar time in my lab testing than these game versions of the Lister Storm,
Easy left.
which you know is much slower. It's over 100 horsepower less.
Finish.
And
I need
also,
to ask you, how do you feel about the filters in the game?
I didn't even bother trying them. I just took the first one that was by default.
Medium right.
I tried. I think when I was doing the arcade game mod, which is another game mod in this game, it's basically like a long rally championship.
Yeah, this but
different.
shorter and arcade style.
Yeah. And
You
it
got,
has
like,
the
a
arcade
timer on
filter,
top?
and I hated it. It has the CRT filter,
Medium left.
and the cars drive different for some reason. The cars' performance are different from the real game.
Very long right.
Don't count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like because this game's version of the MG Metro, which we're not gonna. Oh, remember what I told you about seeing the inside on this track? Here I didn't.
Danger from the left.
So this game version of the MG Metro is actually the best car I think on the arcade hard track, and we're done with the 300 series championship. So we are gonna switch car. And the reason why I was bringing that out, so we got the Subi, by the way.
Subi.
The reason why I was bringing this out because among the cars that you can choose in arcade, there is the Cinder Opalium HC, which is an Opal something, which is a nail climb car, which is like over 100 horsepower more powerful than the DMG Metro,
Danger from the left.
and they have similar performances.
Easy right. Easy right.
Cinder Opalium is Opel Kadett.
Alright.
Goated car.
Yeah,
Also,
the
speaking
Hill Clean
of, we got
version
the
is like
goat
5.
from Colin McRae, Rally 3, 4, question mark. We got the Citroen,
Yes.
can you help me out how to pronounce it?
Xara.
Attention jump.
Okay, I was thinking close enough.
Yeah, the Xara WRC. This one has an extra engine upgrade that we can put that could put it at 450 horsepower, but I don't put it on this car because it cannot compete in this category at all. Also, yeah, I missed what we got after the Argentina rally was the only Argentinian car in the game.
Easy ride.
In game it's called Zafir Turret, but I don't know it's called in real life.
Danger from the left. Hard left.
What was the name?
Zafir Turret.
Hard left.
Stormcat.
IKA Renault Torino?
Medium right.
I think you mean that one.
Maybe.
Yeah,
How can you confirm because I have no idea what it's called.
I'm gonna do some googling.
Danger. Hard left. Hard right. Hard left.
But yeah, it's a nice looking car.
Yeah, seems
It's
like that's
actually-
the one.
It's actually the best car for racing in the 300 horsepower limit class. But you can't use it because it's not a rally car. If it was a rally car, I would use it because it's much better than anything else.
Easy right.
It's like a second
The
faster.
IKA Torino, later
than the
Renault
25.
Torino, is a mid-sized automobile made by Industrias Kaiser Argentina under an agreement with American Motors Corporation. Oh, okay, okay. The more you know.
Medium right.
Yeah, according to my testing, the Xara is the fastest one.
Attention.
But there is a prize car in the game that is the Ford RS200, which in the game is called the Super Rogers, and it's the second best car. So most people will play those rallies with the RS200 and succeed normally because it's literally one of the best cars. It's the second best,
Easy left.
and the third best is the
Attention.
Citroen BX,
Danger from the right.
which
I know the car.
is the third best. Is the Citroen BX something? It's a rally car, another. The MG Metro is fourth, but it's far behind the top three. The top three is like kinda isolated.
Finish.
I remember I tried to use the road version of the Citroen BX in some event, and that was really hard. But I think I did it eventually.
The Citroen BX is one of the cars that I haven't tested yet. The H class is probably the class that I haven't tested it. Yeah, the classes are divided in letters, so
Easy left.
it's by increments of 100 horsepower, and
Easy
it
left.
goes from the S class over 900 horsepower, and then it's A between 800 and 900, then B between 700 and 800. I mean, I should say between 701 and 800
Hard left.
every time. So
Medium
like,
right.
the H class is between 101 and 200,
Very long left.
and that's the class that I haven't done that much testing for, at least for the
Medium right. Medium
the
left.
production cars.
Medium right. Danger.
But all the rally cars, I have tested them. There are actually some production cars in the H class that are better than the rally cars,
Easy
which is
left.
actually funny. Like the Nissan Skyline R30 is actually better than
Easy right.
2 rally cars in the category,
Easy right.
which are very slow for rally cars, but still.
Easy left. Medium left. Easy left.
2 or 3, I don't remember.
Finish.
I think I lost quite a bit of time in the last 2 races. Okay, we're done with Spain. Those rallies don't have any prize car, unfortunately. Those rallies, the 400 horsepower ones, they don't have any prize car. Only the last one,
2, 1, go.
the World Rally Championship, which has the Citroen BX rally as a prize car.
Very long left. Easy right.
Is it even a real thing?
Hard left.
It must be.
Yeah.
Attention.
It has to be.
I know, it just
This one is
sounds
pretty short.
sounds
Yeah.
funny.
Citroen
Tram BX Rally.
Easy ride.
Yo, it was a thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a Group B thing or something like that.
Easy
That
left.
looks
I think
hard.
it's the game, it's called Group B.
Finish.
You did it.
And I
You
got
have
another
broken
world
a
record, nice.
world record.
Oh, that's a nice saying. Even Group B's biggest failure is now worth big money.
1. Go.
Okay, okay.
Medium ride.
It looks nice.
Easy ride.
I think it might be the Zara segment is my worst.
Medium ride.
Because the car is much faster, so you do a lot more mistakes.
Hard ride. Very
It's a
long
very
ride.
slippery car. It's the car that steers that has
Very long ride.
I'd say the lightest in terms of how it drives. You can see it steers a lot more than the Peugeot and the Lancia.
Medium left. Medium
Maybe you
right.
cannot see that. At least it feels it when you drive it.
Finish.
I'm around 30 seconds behind my PB. So it's still a decent run.
Get ready.
Plus 30 or minus?
2.
30 behind.
Ah, okay, okay.
Very long ride.
There's
This
still
track is
plenty of time to
interesting with
save.
this car.
Easy left.
This track is very interesting with this car because there is a jump near the
Long
end.
ride.
And this car is so fast that if you don't slow down at the jump, you will have too much speed for the turn coming next to it.
Hard left. Medium right.
Can you show us, please?
Easy left. Attention.
For content.
Yeah, throwing for content.
Easy right. Easy left. Hard right.
I could never.
Easy right. Medium right. Don't gap. Easy right.
Actually, fun fact, this is probably
Easy right.
the first rally game that I even invest myself the most in, as much in. I mean, it's not a rally game, but it's a game that has a lot of rallying into it.
Attention. Turn.
It's a bit like a Gran Turismo game, you know,
Yeah, it's
a jack
like
of all trade game that has a bit of everything.
Easy
But it
right.
does the rallying a lot better than Gran Turismo, I gotta say.
Finish.
mainly the progression is a lot like Gran Turismo.
Get ready.
I think the progression is good, but it's kinda missing a few events though. Like you have a lot of events available and you can do whatever you want, but the thing is that there is always a point where you can't do anything and you have to go back.
Danger from the left.
I think it would benefit a lot from like maybe 3, maybe 4 more events.
Medium left.
It only got one event as a DLC, and it had
Don't
2
gap.
new tracks, but only one of them as an event in the game,
Danger from the right. Easy right.
in the main campaign. So for now there is one track that only has time trials,
Hard left. Medium
so
right.
it's basically useless. It's a good track actually, so that's very sad. It's Okayama, which is a track that I bet you've rarely seen in games. Oh, fun fact, I just got a
Yeah.
notification that the game developer is playing the game.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cheers.
the game developer, he plays the game lots, he's pretty good at the game. He has 800 hours on Steam on this game,
Get ready. 3.
so he plays this game a lot.
1. Go.
I remember trying to beat one of his records in the time trials for like an hour and I just couldn't.
Easy right. Medium left.
On a 12-second track, his run was basically perfect.
That's fine. He can play the game every day.
Easy left. Danger from the right.
He actually probably does. And if not, he works on the game every day.
Easy right. Attention. Turn.
Yeah, he is cool.
Very long left.
Also, you reminded me with a funny thing
Easy left.
that
Easy right. Medium
here you said about that one track that is only available in time trials. In the first game, it's a similar situation with a car. There was one weekly event or daily, I don't remember, but those special events that change every some amount of time. There was an F1 car, and it was only available to drive on that event. So, yup. So if you're
Yeah,
going for
now
100%
in this game,
ownage of cars, you can't, because you can't buy that car.
in this game you can't buy this car, the F1, but you can win it. It's the prize car of the World Championship. But you still can't buy it because it's a brand that doesn't exist in the game. The car is branded by Juda, which is the, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the name of the developer.
I'm guessing it's Vihuda, because
Yeah, probably.
he is Spanish. He is, right?
Probably. Yeah, he is Spanish.
Ready.
And it was developed by only one person, which is pretty impressive. Like
I think I've read on Twitter that he said, yo, people ask me what Super Woden means, and he responded with, oh, that was a name of our childhood group, and I just thought it would fit into this
Oh
game.
yeah, I think he had a music. He was part of a small music band, and he took that name.
So it doesn't mean anything as long as I know.
It's not related to wood.
Yeah. I very often saw people saying this game's name Super Wooden. Even though you could see logs on the side of the road right now, right there.
Yeah, true.
Get ready.
This game actually has wood,
2, 1, go.
and you can see trees and some wooden houses as well. So there is a lot of wood, but not in the name. Oh, that was a nice turn.
Easy ride.
Oh,
Samir, you're breaking the car.
I'm breaking the car, yes.
Hard left.
Please, I beg you, listen to my calls.
Hard right. Easy left. Hard
I haven't been great on this track today.
Easy right. Medium right. Medium left. Hard right.
I have to say it's not the easiest track. Far from it actually.
Danger. Easy ride. Very long ride. Don't cut. Hard left.
Another fun fact is that I think it's the Ford Escort and another Ford rally car, which is not the RS200, that are in the game that have a rally car for this class, but they were so bad that they were buffed, and they are still bad, despite being buffed by like 30 horsepower or something. They're still like 10th in my testing, 10th and 11th or something like that.
Easy ride. Easy ride. Easy ride. Attention, jump. Easy left.
And they are getting beaten by the 205.
Hard left. Danger.
And the 205 has one engine upgrade, so yeah. But it's 323 horsepower, and it beats those cars that have 370.
Easy ride. Medium left. Medium right. Attention, jump. Easy left. Easy ride.
Okay, I need to not reset because I took the shortcut, so you have to, yeah.
Attention, jump.
Finish.
That was a very bad, yeah. Especially crashing
I mean, still gold.
especially since I crashed after a shortcut, so I couldn't even use the reset button. And yeah, it's still gold because I'm on easy.
Does it actually change
Yeah,
gold times?
yeah,
Okay.
it changes them.
Easy ride.
They're still hard on some track for a casual player, to be honest.
Medium right. Don't cut.
Especially with slower cars.
Easy ride.
There are still a few events that are still hard even on easy. Like for example, there is a track that we are thankfully not gonna see today in the rally category. Because the track is mini ring. It's a small NASCAR track
Oh my
where
god.
the AI is actually pretty good on it, even on easy. And when I did the 100% run of this game, I had to restart one event on it several times. It was an event with the NASCAR car, and I had to overtake 15 AIs in 10 laps, and it was basically impossible because the car was very responsive and the track was very narrow, and I had to overtake 15 cars in like 3 minutes. So this is a very hard race.
Yeah, it is very tough. Also, the perspective doesn't help on that track.
Yeah.
It's
Because
very easy to hit a wall.
there is also a few bumps at the entrance of some turns. Speaking of the first turn, that if you don't take it well, you will have your car will jump a bit and you will just hit the wall. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, but you have to overtake 15 cars at the same time. Which is why I'm probably never doing 100% ever again.
When any percent NASCAR-less category.
100% NASCAR left would be would be great. All right, we're going to Argentina for the second time now. Oh, it's here.
How many Argentina tracks are here?
2.
Ready.
2?
Only 2, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that they added more, because in the first game they later on in the update added one Argentina stage for rally, and that was about it. I thought maybe they added more in here, but no, they kept it minimum.
Yeah, that's the country that has the less stages. Finland has 3, and Spain, Sweden, and Kenya all have 4. And technically you could say USA has 1 because of the bike speed. But yes,
Maybe
you
that
saw
has
me
something to do with that Argentina is not as popular as other countries for rally.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know a lot what's lower about rally. So yeah, I was gonna say, you saw me getting a few world records earlier. That's because the world records in this game are not that optimized. Not, as to say, not many people grinded it. And I think, apart from me, I only saw like a few people near the top using this car. Because most people don't know that this is the best car. Most people would use the Rogers, which is actually a pretty fine car, but it's like 2/10 maybe slower.
It's just that the game doesn't have much replayability.
It doesn't have much players as well. I think it's around like 40 players average, maybe less on every day. Like, it's not many people who are playing it, unfortunately, because it's a great game. There are the weekly challenge though that people grind a lot more. So every week you have the invitation stuff. Should you mention it earlier about Super Woden GP1? I think had that as well. But yeah, every week you have a set of 3 challenges that change every time. You have generally like 1 lap time, 1 best lap thing, 1 full race time to get, and 1 rally. And yeah, people compete a lot more on that. And I'd even say some people beat the world records of those tracks on the invitation events, even though the invitation events sometimes don't have the best car. So yeah, people are cooking there. Alright, last championship with the the Xara, but this one is pretty long. It's 10 races.
3,
It's gonna take
Yeah,
over.
that's the longest one.
It's gonna just take almost 15 minutes, I think.
Easy ride.
The longest, but not last.
It's 13 minutes long in my opinion.
Easy ride. Medium ride.
And after that, we're gonna switch to a different car for the last rally event.
Hard left.
I'm curious what it's gonna be.
Easy left.
Yeah,
I
it's
had
not
to-
like we
I
teased
had
it a few
to-
times already. And basically explain what cars are available as well for the incline. So there is one that I talked about earlier, which is the Opel Kadett, the
Yeah.
Cinder Opalium Pilgrim,
Easy ride.
which is actually the slowest one, but
Hard ride.
it's mainly because it's top speed. It has a pretty bad top speed, but it's actually a very nice car to drive in my opinion.
finish.
Then you have the Peugeot 405
Get ready.
the climb version,
3,
which is pretty famous. It's a blue and white one.
very
And
long ride.
then you have the Suzuki Escudo,
From the left.
which we're gonna use
Easy ride. Very long.
because it's the quickest one.
Medium left.
Okay, okay.
Medium
I remember
right.
it being out of testing
Easy ride.
or just trying out different cars for that event to get gold.
In my lap testing, the Suzuki Escudo is the best. Oh, fuck.
Medium left.
The Suzuki Escudo is the best
Very long.
from my testing, and from others testing it seems to be as well, because the best time seems to be generally this one.
Easy left.
Though it's the prize car from that event, so the best car you can't use it on the go. You have to win the event first and then get the best car.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
And the world records are pretty good for this one actually, for the hill climb. I have to admit,
Yeah, because it's a fun event.
Easy
I
ride.
don't entirely agree. To grind it's not that fun, to be honest.
Hard left. Easy left.
Like it's very hard because it's hard to get a flawless.
I think we're back.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
as we're
just give me a
back,
countdown when you want to restart.
Yeah, let's say wait a second. Let's say 3, 2, 1, go.
Easy ride.
So yes, where we there was a donation, right? Before the stream died.
Yes, there was. Wasn't sure if it came through or not. But anyway, might as well just say it again. We have a €5 donation from Slithin Cage saying, "Thank you for having me. It was really fun and good luck, Ventilo." So thank you for that. And with that, we have now officially pushed past the 2023 high all-time record. Currently now sitting on €268.
Special thanks to Nicolas Cage. Steven will understand why.
I think I know.
Hard ride.
Alright, awesome.
Easy left.
So
But
yeah,
there's
we were
still a
on
long way to 300, so
Easy left.
Yeah, true. We can hit 300.
we absolutely can. I believe.
Hard ride.
Yesterday we hit over 200 euros in one day, so we can definitely hit 300 tonight.
Medium ride.
Absolutely, folks. Bear in mind, we do have a few runs left, so if you haven't gotten your donations in yet, be sure to do it soon.
Medium right. Medium left. Medium right. Danger. Medium
Yeah,
right.
we had to pause the run a bit, but yeah, we're still on the same stage. We were still on the same stage that when the stream died,
Easy left.
at least, I think. So yeah. Fortunately, it wasn't a PB, because it would have been pretty unfortunate to have to pause the run during the PB, but yeah.
Easy right.
We have a couple of races left in the World Rally Championship.
Medium left.
Also, if anyone is interested in this game, it's on Steam for about 13 euros. and I definitely recommend to check out.
Yeah,
133.
also the
Not bad.
first game currently on some massive 60% sale. Wink wink.
Get ready.
Nice.
3, 2,
And that 133 was actually a gold split,
Danger from the left.
which is nice.
Sweden!
Yeah, Sweden.
Easy right. Very long
We're
left.
back. We're going to ESA.
Easy left. Hard left. Danger from the left. Easy right.
Basically, those last, let's say, those last championship every time are basically a mashup of all the tracks that we got.
Very long right. Don't cut. Easy left.
Roar the rally.
Very long right. Danger from the left. Hard left. Danger from the right.
I got a 52 on this.
Finish.
My PB is 52. That's a very good time. 52 to be honest. I think I have even a lower 52 in the time trials.
3, 2,
The time trials, it's unfortunate because they are meant to be grinded, but people grinded the actual races more than the time trials.
Hard left. Medium left. Easy right. Hard right. Easy right. Hard left. Easy left.
Okay, that's a good start actually.
Right.
Okay, no, I didn't say anything. I was a bit too far on the outside here.
Hard left.
Ah, yes. Yeah, the collisions in the shortcuts are not great. There are there are some invisible walls that are way too,
Medium right. Medium left.
like they're not really well placed. And sometimes you hit a wall while you are like, wait, I haven't touched that wall yet. I'm like still a meter away. Okay, this one I touched it.
Easy right. Very long right. Don't cut. Hard left.
What's the recall again? 113. Oh. Yeah, I'm not betting it. I'm already behind.
Finish.
get ready. 3, 2,
Okay, back to Finland.
Easy left.
Track that we have seen already quite a few times. I don't know what track we see the most. I think it must be Kenya S1.
I was gonna ask that.
It might be Kenya S1.
Hard right. Easy left.
I think it's.
Easy right.
Let me try to rethink
how about-
how many times we see it. I think we see it 5 times, but I wonder if there is a track that we see it 6 times.
Attention, jump. Hard left.
And
It's
how
definitely
about
not
what's
Finland
the
or
country with most stages?
the country with more stages. They are like Sweden, Spain, and
Easy right. Medium left.
and
Medium right.
and Kenya, because those are the 3 countries also that have the junior series.
Easy right.
So you are more
Have you
likely
counted?
to,
Finish.
like if you speaking like total stages in the run, yeah, they are the one that has the most, because they have those extra ones for the junior series. But in individual stages, it's just still Sweden,
Easy right.
Spain,
Hard left.
and Kenya, because they have 4 stages,
Easy
and the other countries have 2 or 3.
Very long left.
But I haven't counted which is what is the stage that we see the most. But probably Kenya S1. But I don't think there is Kenya S1 in this championship. There might be.
I mean, I can check. I got
Kenya.
time.
It could be Kenya S3.
Medium right. Medium left. Medium left.
I don't know.
Easy right.
I can't think of one that is seen 5 times.
Medium left. Don't cut.
But I
Okay,
think
I'm going
Kenya
to count
S1
your splits.
Kenya S1 is not in one of the. Yeah, I could count my splits.
Medium left.
but not now.
Medium left.
So generally, you see all the stages like twice or thrice. Or 4 times. Between 2 and 4 times. All stages. Even the bite speed one, you see it twice. Because you do it twice in the same championship. You do a day run and a night run.
Very long ride. Hard left. Hard left. Medium right.
In Kenya history, I think we see it
Attention
at least
jump.
4 times for sure, but I don't think we will see it 5 times.
Easy left. Hard right. Don't cap.
Okay, that was actually a signal.
Easy right. Medium right. Don't cap. Easy right.
By the way, Chochu, what's your favorite car in the game?
Easy right.
I think the Citroen BX.
Easy right.
Oh, interesting.
Attention jump.
I mean, it's not very useful in this game, but IRL, I like that car a lot. Also the Lancia Stratos.
Medium left. Finish.
Yeah, the Lancia Stratos is a pretty nice car. I really don't know which car is my favorite to be honest in this game.
3, 2,
I've seen some really nice cars in it. I don't know, I like the BMW M1 in this game because it drives really well. It's OP and it looks good. It looks very good.
Okay, so I've counted how many times we see each country. Are you ready for results?
Yeah.
Okay, so we see USA twice, but that's the same track, so let's say 1.
Danger from the right.
Then we got Argentina with 8 times.
Medium right. Medium
Then Finland 10, only 10.
medium left.
And then we got Sweden and Spain 14, and number 1 Kenya 15.
Hard right.
Alright. So Kenya is the winner.
finish.
Your winner, as we say.
You are first.
And we are winner of the World Rally Championship, and we earned BX, the Citroen BX. But we still have one race to come, and that's the hill climb.
Get ready.
And you hear at the engine that is gonna be powerful.
Very long ride.
So you can see on the layout on the top, the top right of the screen, the layout is quite long.
Easy left.
Yep.
Easy left. Very long left.
Also judging by the gold times, that's the longest stage in game.
Medium right. Very long
I don't even know how hard are the hard goals. 'Cause I never played the game in hard actually.
Very long ride.
But I guess they are pretty cooked because I know that the normal difficulty times they are like around 2, I think it's 2 or 4, and 2 or 2 on the night run.
Easy left. Easy right.
So I assume that hard will be very hard.
Right. Easy left.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Hard right. Easy left.
But yeah, I have seen some
Attention jump.
time requirements in normal being like a few tenths away from a world record. Back when I was playing casually, I don't know if the world records have been really pushed since, but yeah, that was
Easy right.
that shows the difficulty of the game.
Medium left.
If even on normal difficulty, you're like barely behind world records.
Easy right. Medium left. Easy left. Easy right. Medium right. Hard right.
Why aren't you doing wheelies in that Suzuki?
Unfortunately, it doesn't have the top speed for it.
Finish.
What?
Oh, gold speed, nice. Yeah, 158.
Okay, decent.
Yeah, 158 is pretty good.
almost.
Sub 2 is
57.
always good to take. I
Okay,
think
so
in my
one thing
my
that
PB
disappointed
mid-run-
me.
My PB mid run is 156 in night run, but it's 2 minutes something in day run. So yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that one thing that disappointed me was that this event is the same one that we just did, but at night. Like,
Yes.
why not make it downhill? That's just
Yeah,
weird.
that could have been a good idea actually.
Very long ride.
I mean, then it wouldn't be called the hill thing, I guess.
Okay, true.
Easy left.
Have you turned off your headlights, or does that car not have one?
Medium left.
I think it doesn't.
Easy left.
Okay.
Easy right.
Because there is no button to turn off your lights.
Medium
as
right.
far as
Yeah,
I
you can
know.
only flash them.
Medium left.
Yeah, you can flash them, but I can't show that because that's my split button. The button to,
Okay.
to flash them. I can show it just as we cross the line, maybe.
Medium right. Very long left.
Also, yeah, the time is gonna be on finishing the
Yeah.
finish line.
Yeah, when
Finishing?
you cross the finish
Crossing.
line, this is the time.
Easy right. Medium left. Medium left. Easy right. Medium left. Easy left. Easy right. Medium right.
Oh, fuck. I need to reset. Okay. Here you saw the reset button. At least, just before the end of the run.
Medium right.
So time is gonna be in 3, 2, 1, go. GG's!
Let's go. GG's.
That time on the night run wasn't great, but... and I got a sub 122 on my end. I don't know if it's the case on the stream.
Yeah, well done.
But yeah, it's inaccurate because of the technical issues, but it's fine. So yeah, thanks for the McRaeathon. Thanks to the McRaeathon for hosting this game. For accepting
Thank you
the
for
run.
submitting.
Yes, true. You're welcome. And yes, I was really happy to run this game. It's such a great game. The NA percent is a lot more interesting because it's a lot more varied. But it's very very long. It's around almost 4 hours. And here you can see that the Escudo is actually the prize car. But yeah,
Okay, awesome.
maybe I will run any percent someday in a marathon. Who knows?
Yeah, there's always the next McRaeathon.
Hopefully it will be longer. Hopefully. So yeah,
Hopefully
that
we'll-
was Super Woden GD2, and I will let I don't know who I'm supposed to let speak, but to do the outro.
Me. Me.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I was just going to ask, where can we find both of yous?
You can find me on my Twitch channel, Ventilo_. I do speedruns of various games. I'm currently not on Super Woden GP2, but I generally like do a lot of different racing games. And then you have also my YouTube channel, Ventilo, which has my PB in there, and Chotu.
And you can find me on my Twitch mainly, Twitch TV/Chotu. I do speedruns, racing games, junk games, yeah, all that stuff. Sometimes even a playthrough. So yeah, see ya then. Thank you once again for
And don't
having
forget
us.
to subscribe to Chotu YouTube channel, which is also Chotu, because he really likes his YouTube channel.
Of course, my favorite platform. Thanks for that.
Well, thank you both again for joining us. Folks, this is now the end of my hosting shift. I'm going to be passing it over to Prosec, who's going to be hosting the Colin McRae Rally 2005 race just in a few moments, so make sure you stick around for that. It's going to be very entertaining. But like I said, that's the end for me. So I will see you all, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of McRaeathon 2024.